So the last video on the bait tank, I showed you guys how to actually cut the bait tank and halfway make the filter. So today I am safeguarding it, taking some pool noodles. All I did with the pool noodles is I took a razor blade and I cut them. This is so my daughter doesn't cut herself when she goes to get the fish. So all I did was cut that slit and put it around. And yes, as you can see, I've got a ton of bait fish in there. Got a ton of bait fish already in there. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're gonna do to make this filtration system work. I went ahead and got this natural air cut yourself sheets from Walmart. This is going to filter just the big particles out. I'm going to do this on the bottom, put a charcoal filter in the middle, and then put another layer of this on top inside the 5-gallon bucket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this cut, measured and cut to put in the bucket, and then I will show you about the pump and everything that we're using to do this. Now the best way to do this is probably to get a marker and draw a circle around it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put it on top and cut it with scissors. That's the cool thing about this filter, guys. Cut me out a little section here. See how wide I got to make it? Okay, so now all we gotta do so this does nothing for like the ammonia or the waste that they kick off. This is for like scales, slime, or anything like that. That's the only thing that this is gonna grab up. So don't think this is the only thing you need. You're gonna need some sort of charcoal or media filter. So if you guys weren't on my first video, that's the filter right there. The filter is in there, and we got a bunch of holes drilled on the bottom of this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the second one really quick, and I'm going to not do that on camera because it's just going to take too long, and you're going to see the same thing you just saw. All right, so the next process in this is to acquire a pump. I went to Harbor Freight and got this pump right here. I believe this pump cost me 15 bucks at Harbor Freight. It will move 300 gallons of water an hour. I'm probably going to need two, or I'm going to go get one that's like 800 gallons an hour, but right now I'm only running about 100 gallons in this tank, so it's going to work out perfectly fine. So you go in and get yourself a pond pump, and then I had this 3/4 hose from a live well build I did. So all I've got to do is take this 3/4 hose, clamp it here, and we're going to insert this into the bottom. And then with this hose here, it's 3/4 inch hose. All this can be found at your local Lowe's. We're going to take this and I'm going to run it into the bucket right here. So as you see, let me get this off here. There it is. This is all because my daughter accidentally dumped a bucket of river water in here, which I'm going to have to get filtered out, which is easily. But we runs there is going to come up through here and enter one of the overflow holes. So let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on. As you can see, what that pump is doing is it's pulling the water from the bottom, going up through this hose here into that bucket and dumping it into that bucket here. So let's go ahead and do this. That's all it's doing. This little guy's become my friend. See how chill they are? They just like to sit here and chill, guys. And you can tell that the water has a bluish tint to it. That's because I use this G-Juice here. This G-Juice, well, it's not toxic to us. It detoxifies the nitrates and the ammonias and chlorine and anything else that is going to be harmful to your fish, guys. It relieves the stress, it promotes the healing, and it replaces the slime coating, and it adds essential electrolytes for them to survive. These guys have been in here for about 2 days. The water's at 60 degrees. I like to keep it cold because it slows down their metabolism, guys. That's why they're all hunched together over there. But it slows down their metabolism, and tomorrow is feeding day for these guys. Tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and grab like 2 to 3 dozen minnows and drop them in there so these guys can eat and be happy. So we're gonna finish this series out with, you know, that's the filter system. I mean, that's how I did my filter system. Ultimately, I'm in this whole setup for about 70 bucks right now. $50 for the tote, $14 for the pump. That hosing I already had that bucket. If you've got power tools and a couple things laying around your house, you can do the same build that I've got for cheap, guys. I think I'm 70 bucks into this. If you guys have any comments, questions, or anything like that, make sure you ask them down below. I'm gonna go pick up the charcoal filter soon. I'm probably just gonna honestly order it from Amazon. So I'm gonna do the green filter, charcoal filter, green filter. The charcoal is gonna fill out, like, you know, it's gonna filter out the ammonias, the nitrates, and everything like that the G-Juice cannot handle. I will replace that G-Juice every 3 to 4 days. I'm treating 100 gallons of water with, I think, 1.5 ounces of G-Juice. That G-Juice is 8 ounces. So, I mean, if I could do that once a week, I should be okay for quite a while until I get the filters. Once I get the filters going right, I don't need the G-Juice as much. I can do it once every week and a half. But you do want some sort of additive to help those fish replenish themselves. I'm gonna go feed them minnows tomorrow. Me and my daughter, we're gonna go get about 3 dozen minnows. We're gonna have feeding time with them. And then I'm gonna take a couple of them on the walk in the river to see if they can introduce me to a big flathead. So I will be live on TikTok for that. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything I can do to make this bait tank better, let me know. I plan on adding a light. I do have cameras down here, so at any time my wife can click it on and make sure the fish are doing okay. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one out. Make sure you click the like and subscribe button, guys. Help me out. I'll do a bunch more DIYs for you. Soon we're gonna review the boat that I got as well. See you guys later.